this is sort of the point at which CBT sort of isn't so useful anymore. You've done it. Like you're like, all right, CBT, check. And then it's like, well, what is the next thing beyond that? And then another
Hmm.
thing that can happen here in terms of relationships is you start to notice um, most of what people say is actually trying to get the other person to react in a particular way. And that's why relationships can become really unsatisfying because you start to see the way other people are communicating and then not responding in the way that they want you to. And it can be really not super fun. So that's another reason why all of the stages have challenges and there's no really like well-being benefit necessarily to pushing yourself beyond where you're comfortable.
That makes so much sense. So that brings up another question because it was, I think in the exercises, I think it was at teal stage where basically it was what I recognize as the classic CBT thinking errors. One of my questions was, that being there, you're not saying that somebody has to be in teal stage to benefit from that. You just happen to use that example at that stage. Is that true? Or are you saying that in order for people to really be able to use those strategies and understand this is a cognitive distortion, overgeneralization, and all that kind of stuff, are you thinking that it's best, it's optimal in teal stage?
I think like we were talking about in a previous week, there are people in yellow stage who benefit more from that action part, in green stage who maybe benefit more from the thought action part, in teal stage who can benefit from the belief thought action part, and then by blue stage, in theory, you should to some extent kind of understand all of it and sort of be applying it somewhat in life and are ready to grow beyond that.
So it is how it is applied and how it is used. So those concepts can show up, but it's just a matter. Yeah, that's really helpful to keep in mind. Okay.
And like Gamzee said, there are different parts of us in these different stages. So it's not that like your blue client couldn't benefit from some
Right.
parts of CBT. Like, most people don't spend their lives studying psychology, and so they're missing pieces, and that's fine. But I can see why he may have been like, this is like, I got that. I need to do whatever's next. And it's really hard to kind of figure out what is next because society hasn't provided us a nice, like, gold standard intervention like CBT beyond teal, basically. If you'd like to join the next cohort of our Wellbeing Strategist Certificate Program, just click the link in the description below.